to put in her song first. We'll still do the song second anyway.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Morning. Morning. Okay, mic's up. Studio is live. Good morning, Lagos. How are we doing this beautiful Tuesday morning here in the beautiful city of excellence, Lagos State? I'm Ayo Mairo Ese.
I'm Valentine.
Did you forget your name?
No, I was going to say we're beautiful too in the studio. But I'm Valentine. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Thank you very much. It's a full house here today, and we are definitely excited. Don't forget, we said throughout the month of December, it's a feel good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every day is feel good.
Yep.
So today we have Chef Jeff 3000.
Good morning. Good morning. I love you 3000.
I know you love me 3000. Thank you.
Standard.
All right, then we have the Delphinator.
AKA Golden Brown Dodo.
Somebody asked the last week. Was it last week or last episode? Somebody sent in a message and said, "Where's the dodo? Where's the golden brown dodo in the studio?"
Okay, so now we have the golden brown, not black, definitely not black. Golden
Black is burnt.
Yes, exactly.
Golden Brown Dodo. We have the man who loves you 3000. We have a third person in the studio, and if you're following us on social media, you will know who we're speaking about. You've heard her voice a number of times on our station, but she's here in the flesh, direct, live and direct. It's the one, the only Miss Eva Johnson.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, morning. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. I'm good. Thank you.
Great. You
And
survived.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm excited.
So if you're wondering, DM.
I'm looking at you expectantly, like.
Yeah, she's a lawyer, and you just finished your PhD or your master's? Which one? Your master's. Congratulations. Well done.
All right. Oh, someone's saying missed. Gosh, I missed your voice. Gloria, there's no missed in the studio. But it was Mist's birthday on Sunday. So happy birthday to Mist in arrears.
Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. All right. So who's ready for to explore some new songs?
I am.
You are good. Only you. Good. All right. So if you'd like to join the conversation, don't forget a day before we tweet the songs we're going to be reviewing on the show. So you can go onto Twitter right now at Smooth981FM because we're just going to play you a teaser of the song, but the full, video, the full songs are on our social media platforms. The first stop is going to be with Siki, who has apparently found love. There you go. Okay, so we're coming back now. Siki. Now, just before we tell you what we think about this song, here's how you can tell us what you think about the song. You can head on to WhatsApp.
Yes, please, and send a message to 0809-444-0981. That is our WhatsApp number, 0809-444-0981.
And you can also send to our WhatsApp platform. Oh, sorry, our Twitter platform was what I was going to say, at Smooth981FM. Use the hashtag Grapevine981. Okay, let's go on. What do you guys think about the song?
Yeah. Chef Jeff. See how you both look at each other first.
Yeah. I think that it's missing something. There's some substance to it that is not present on this song. I think it's okay. But I want to hear more lyrics or a choir or something that's going to elevate the song to the next level. So, and I'm not quite getting that on this track. So I would say it's an okay song. I'm not saying it's bad, but just a little bit extra.
Okay, so something more. Okay, thanks.
So I share the same sentiment in that I feel like the lyrics are kind of hollow.
Yeah.
Like there's no depth, But I like the melody. I like the beat. It kind of reminds me of something Yusu and Dor would do.
Yeah.
That
I get
African
Yeah.
vibe. I love that. But it needs something more. So meat.
Right. Okay, need some meat, need something more. Val, what do you think?
I mean every form of respect when I say this, but it feels to me like noodles that was overcooked, and instead of using fish, they used eggs. boiled eggs. Not like I don't like that.
I was gonna ask,
I was
like,
going to
hello, we love eggs in our noodles.
Actually, noodles, eggs, that's how they came from heaven.
I love this.
I can't even speak now.
Yeah, it's just it feels too mashy for me. Yeah, I like to enjoy. I like to feel the strands of the noodles when I'm chewing on it. But it's just that's how the song feels to me. Excuse me, it's my analogy.
Sorry.
I'm going to have some very happy clients today.
So yeah, I know I'm thinking in terms of food today, not because of Chef Jeff, but it's just because I mean I'm thinking of the song. I think of music like food, food for the soul. Because somebody asked me a very instructive question yesterday. Asked me how I pick my playlist. Is your playlist you? And I thought that question was quite deep because it made me reflect on why I make my choices. So when I listen to the song, you're right. It sounds hollow. It sounds like, you know, they tried so much. You know, when you over edit a picture and you lose its essence, you lose the details in it. It's just, it has the potential of being great. You know, I just feel going for less is more.
I think your ingredients list on this song is longer than mine.
Miss Eva Johnson, I don't know if you had the opportunity to listen to the song.
A little bit. I think I agree with, not so much with Valentine because Valentine has really gone in, but generally, yeah, I think there's like a layer missing. There's just something that could, like, it has a potential, but there's something missing.
No salt.
A little bit more. Salt, just salt B.
All right, tell us what you think. Do you think the salt wasn't enough or the curry was a bit too much? Let us know, since Valentine has taken us through the food route. But we have another song for you. We hope this is a buffet of all the things you'd like to eat.
Smorgasbord.
Aha. So this is Miss Eva Johnson with How You Feel.
It just hits you.
Okay, so we're coming back now. Mic's up, studio is live. How you feeling? How do you feel about the song? How you feel? The song and the video actually. It has a video out, and I'll hold my thoughts for now. But Chef Jeff, do not hold back. Do not look to your left.
Even if she's here.
Just speak your truth.
I mean, she's here? Oh, okay. I mean, I think this is your second time on the show, isn't it, right? I'm the old timer out of everybody here, so yeah. So I remember you from then, and from even Bogobiri as well.
Oh yeah.
So
been in the game for a while.
yep. You've been stalking me all this time, I know.
Yes.
People love me 3,000. I really like the video, but the thing is that it's not really the video you should be paying attention to with this, because at the end of the day, what you are doing, people who don't know your history would know that for you it's spoken word. It's not just a rap thing. So what you're doing with this song, it has a little rap element to it all, but it's really about you have to hear those lyrics to really appreciate a bit more. And the video is kind of like, okay, let's just put this one out there, and it's very well shot, I have to say. Where was that? Was it London or? Yes, I was recognizing some places over there. I mean,
Shoreditch and
Shoreditch, I remember that. So I like it, but really, if you're gonna watch this video, to listeners out there, pay attention to the lyrics, because she has some really good ones there. Like, my people die with no sentence. I was like, oh, whoa, okay, I get that one. I can understand that completely.
I love it. That's so amazing that you said that, because there's so many like hidden, like politically charged things in the video. I know that so many people will not see them, much less understand them, but that's fine for the people who will. Then it's amazing.
Even that NATO C 10 over 10.
That
was very well plugged.
Thanks.
So I did my homework,
No, clearly. You
Yeah.
did.
That's why you love me 3,000.
Exactly right.
So that's Delphine.
Okay, so Miss Eva Johnson, I've been a fan for a long time now. Yes. I think that she's great at what she does. I believe this song needs a visualizer video, a lyric video of sorts, because like Chef said, people need to see. People are listening to music, they are bumping, and they are gonna miss out some words. And I feel like the words, that's what makes this song, and I feel like somehow there has to be lyrics somewhere.
No, we can work on that. We
for
can do
people
that.
to see,
Yep.
good stuff.
So I like the artistic expression used in the video. I was enthralled because I'm a Metrics fan. So
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I like all that swaying you did. hang on. What shoes were you wearing to do this? Or was that the specially customized shoes that Michael Jackson used?
Wow.
Don't kill
Yours.
me. No, they were regular shoes. I bought them in the store, but we've been doing this for a while. I used to be much more of a dancer than a singer and all that, so that's really like my forte.
So you bent it like Michael without the shoes.
What can I say? What can I say?
Awesome. And I feel like that the shooting against the graffiti walls were deliberate because it's an artistic expression in some sort. And I agree with Delphine. It needs a visualizer because I fell in love with visualizers all over again after Joe Boy.
Joe Boy, he made them pop again.
And I thought to myself, you should have this because those politically charged words they use and expressions in the song should really pop. I mean, Nigerians have come to a point where they have an appetite for things like that, for statements like that. It's really nice. I like how soft it is. This is cute. Nice. But yeah, it's really cool because I'm watching it and I'm talking about it at the same time. But well done.
Thank you so much. I'm waiting on you.
If you want to be like Val and watch while you're speaking, go onto our Twitter page at Smooth91FM and check out for the link. Yeah. Beautiful video, the colors popping. I love the video. Like Delphine and Valentine mentioned, you could get distracted by the video because the words are so powerful. You want to listen. I love spoken words, and for the real artists who I've heard some spoken word pieces. For the real
I've heard too,
artists,
my sister. I've heard too.
so you understand. But for those who really do spoken word, I think you're just brilliant because the way for your mind to go that deep and still find the way to make it rhyme and still make so much sense, did you see what I was doing there? So
well done.
Thank you. All right, so we have some comments.
All right, this one is from Eguano in traffic. Thank you, Eguano, for listening. It's a yippee, Miss Eva Johnson on the Grapevine. Smooth, sultry voice for the smooth station. Thank you, Eguano.
That person is a listener.
Yes. Emo from Ikeja says, after going really in on the first song, you guys are just tiptoeing around your analysis on Eva's song. You all sound uncomfortable.
No.
Please, I'm here.
Here?
If I didn't like it, you'd have known about it.
I said, my man, Chef Jeff 3000 in the building.
Is that MI from Akoka?
Yes.
Standard. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back.
It's a love you 3000 plus Mojara on top. I said Delp, not Delph.
Oh,
Delp.
jeez. No, please.
Remember that event you hosted near Admiralty Roundabout? Let me cuckoo confess now. I developed a crush on Miss Eva Johnson after her electrifying performance. Mami Ekusha Lua on the new joint.
No, you didn't, but it's okay. Mami Ekusha Lua on this new joint.
You have to hear the accent up and down.
I thought when she said no, you didn't get it. She was going to do something extra, but
so your ears heard the same thing you said.
It was.
Wow. All right. Okay. So we have a story, but let's take one or two more comments.
Yes, please. Tosin says Miss Eva Johnson's jam is a feel-good jam, a happy music, well done. Not seen the video yet though. So the video is what's new about the song. The song has been on our playlist for a while, so you should go check it out. You need to watch that video at least 5 times.
Definitely.
Taka from Satellite Town says, smooth morning, Grapevine crew. Miss Eva Johnson's sound is like noodles with eggs made in house. Caressing my soul and spirit. Cool, smooth work.
I have a very happy customer today.
Thank you very much. All right, we're going to break. When we come back, just give you a few minutes to cook your noodles and come back to the show. And then when we come back, we have a few stories. Gbenro Ajibade is in the news. We have Basket Mouth responding to a particular sanction. And of course, Gabriella Union, story with regards to what she said or didn't say or how she looks too black. We'll be back in a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you're tuning into Smooth 98.
Well, our guest today has just introduced herself. We have the one and only Miss Eva Johnson with us here on the Grapevine 981.
Hello, Lega.
All right, so the Grapevine 981 is brought to you by Verve, and we are in the studio full, ready to dive into the story. And when I say we, I mean Chef Jeff 3000, the Delphinator, you already know us, Valentine Ohu, and myself. Let's go to our first story for this morning. Who's ready? You people should be excited now. Gosh. Thank you.
Hashtag no coffee yet.
The coffee yet.
So Twitter went wild over Gbenro Ajibade's now famous interview. He was on the popular Rubbing Minds with Uchendu, and he spoke a little bit about his divorce, now finalized divorce, according to what he said, with popular actress Osas Ighodaro. Well, used to be Osas Ighodaro Ajibade, but now Osas Ighodaro. And they asked him if he was still married. He said no. Now people went on Twitter to blast him. I've tried to read some comments. I don't think I've seen one positive comment. It's so sad, guys. But what do you think about? I don't know if you guys watched the interview or what you think about his, him coming out and what he had said in the past about his marriage.
Well, I saw a bit of the interview, and there was a lot of America this and America that, and that's what people were jumping on. Honestly speaking, Ibuka asked him if he got married to Osas because he wanted a blue passport, and he flat out denied it. But I mean, you read between the lines. He's saying no, but the things he was saying leading up to the interview about how he's plenty American, how his daughter is American, and how he now has residency in America. Like, dude,
come on,
really?
Just came back from America.
Exactly. Like, there's just all this America talk.
Back in America,
and then talking about how he's from a royal family.
Which
one? He did talk about that, and people were asking which family. Nigerians are mean. Tweets. People went hard. Like, anyway. So yeah, he was trying to say that he wasn't sort of leaving off of Osas. He was trying to prove that he comes from a royal family and therefore he has some sort of wealth family and didn't have to leave off of her, as people are claiming. So it was just messy. I feel like he shouldn't have done the interview, honestly speaking, because now it just makes him look worse.
Oh, he looked worse already, but I can use that word.
Yes, so plus the interview on top, he now looks
worse.
Yeah.
I have to say though that we have to give kudos to Ebuka. Ebuka asks the difficult questions, questions that you wouldn't even think. When he says ask them, you look like you didn't go there. I mean, he literally asked, "Did you marry her for papers?" What's he meant to say? Actually, yes.
No, but say it with your chest now. Easy first.
Chef Jeff, what do you think?
I don't have much to say on this story, to be honest. Okay, Twitter people got angry. Oh yeah, get post.
They're already divorced.
No, I'm talking about the Twitter users. I feel like they're married to these people. So
that makes a lot of sense. Like when we feel entitled to people's lives, celebrities' lives. We feel like we're married to them. We're in the relationship with them. So this was more. Not Ibuka, sorry, Osas.
Gbenro. Oh wow, his name is Osas.
No, Gbenro.
Maybe it's Gbenro Osas.
The artist from Osas.
I mean, this was Gbenro's official announcement of the breakup, not just from Osas or with Osas, with everybody else, and people weren't having it. So I guess everybody's anger or angst is still towards him, as it's always been, through the controversy, through the whole drama. Unfortunately, he's in the midst of he's receiving all the attacks and everything. I do not wish that position or that place for anybody, because it's a very tough place to be, and which is why I said I commend him for actually speaking up and answering those questions. Yes, people will call you names and say America. It's quite obvious though. But yeah, that happened. Unfortunately, they've gone their separate ways. I hope they find themselves after this, which is the most important thing, because yes, you can bring things in the public eye. Yes, celebrity life comes with a lot of attention placed on your life, but when you go back in the dark space, yourself alone in the room, what happens then?
Yeah, it's true. Did you have anything to say, Miss Eva Johnson?
Not much. I like to stay away from all this celebrity because it's gonna come back and bite you.
Yeah. But I mean, whether we say anything or not, we talk about Gbenro or Osas, he already has his papers. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next story.
Wow. Wow.
My God.
Wow.
Celebrities fire back at Gabriella.
Wow. And dressed in it's the same color as the passport. Okay, she's allowed
I know
to
your
say.
church.
No, but I'm just saying that say what you want.
Last.
The deed is done.
All right, so celebrities have fired back after Gabriella Union's controversial exit from America's Got Talent. The news broke out, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, whereby she was fired, and then they said she was fired because she actually called the producers of the popular show to order that, you know, she highlighted a particular racist comment that was made, and then they didn't, and they said, oh, you know, obviously they're trying to watch their backs. And then they also said that she had been told a number of times that her hair had been too black in the season. First of all, I'd like to even understand I wanted to go and check her pictures from the show and see how black hair is. I don't understand.
Different tones of black. I know ladies know that best, like, because they regard us guys as colorblind most of the time. They have different shades of.
It's not even the shade alone, it's even the style.
Texture.
So, texture. So if she wants to have an afro, they're like, nice to get to ghettoizing this show. We want to see sleek hair, braids. So Miss Eva Johnson, that hair cannot go on.
It's too black,
My hair, my hair is too black. I'm too black. I love it. I love it. Yes.
And that's why India Ari sang that I am not my hair.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
but it's a big
music.
problem though in American media. I mean, America rules the media, but I'm saying generally, like, there's a look that you're supposed to have if you're a black woman to be acceptable. And if you try to make your hair look too much like it's from the motherland, it's going to be a bit of an issue. That's changing a little bit.
Yes.
But slowly.
Well, I wouldn't say a little bit right now when you have someone like NBC being accused of this, actually, you know. So, I mean, with her, she has every right to make this a valid point. That's for sure. Because where do you come up telling someone that their hair is too black for the show? Yeah. Apparently, the both of them, the other lady, have been getting excessive notes, quotes, on their appearances. And I feel like, okay, maybe sometimes you're trying to guide people as to what you're trying to show, but the hair should never be something that is the judgmental part. Like, what exactly, what tragedy is the hair about to cause? What war is about to spark? You know, but she's still meeting with the NBC to have some internal discussion about inclusion while everything is being investigated. And as for the racist remark that was made, it was actually a picture of Simon Cowell with some dogs, and then Jay Leno said that that it reminded him of something that you'd find on the menu at a Korean restaurant. So a few people on set at that time got offended by that, including her, and she's always been about inclusiveness. So not really that, okay, you're rape a black person, it's everybody basically. Yeah. So they're looking into that investigation. NBC, Jay Leno himself has come out and said that he thinks that she's a great girl, that he doesn't know anything about covering his own ground. You know, as we'll be talking about some other person later on. You know, but you know, it's really just really unfortunate. I mean, what role was the hair going to cause to society negatively? I want to understand that. I really want to understand that.
I like Ellen Pompeo's reply though. Her response to it was just astounding. And if I quote some parts of her message, it said, "Workplace cultures will continue to be toxic until there's unity and solidarity among all women. If you go for self in these moments, you undermine the work that we're out here trying to do." Her reaction, and this is just a part of it, you can go read it, please. Her reaction really sparked a lot of, backlash. People from Will and Grace,
Ariana Grande commented on
Dwayne Wade. I like Dwayne Wade's comments. This has been going on for a while. It takes people like Gabrielle to speak up against, in the face of a powerhouse like NBC, for other people to gain the courage to actually speak of their problems. So, I mean, hers might be mild compared to the lots that others are experiencing.
Because even Simon had told her to come to him first before going to report the network so he can sort it out. But that shouldn't be the case.
No, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be the case.
It's an issue for human resources, which she had gone through the proper channels. And I think it speaks to a bigger issue that people keep saying that America is institutionally racist, and they know we're good, but like you mentioned, I don't know, was it Eva that mentioned that if a big organization like NBC is still having challenges with Jeff, racism and issues like this, then there's a problem. There's a big problem.
It's deep-rooted.
But let's talking about one form of discrimination to the other, and talking about covering up your back. Let's look at what Basket Mouth is doing. Now, we've talked about comedians in Nigeria who make offensive jokes. Some of them joke about race, about disability. even gender-based, derogatory comments, and they say, "Oh, it's just a laugh." But it becomes very serious when you lose a major. Well, now it's not a financial endorsement, but the clout would have given him in terms of being a European Union sexual and gender-based violence ambassador advocate would have been huge. Well, a tweet he tweeted in 2014, Basket Mouth now, was reported when he was announced as one of the ambassadors or one of the spokesperson, and people said he is not fit to represent women if he would make comments like this. And because of that, it was withdrawn from him. This story broke like last week. Now he's come out with a very flowery statement. And let me not undermine that, because again, people can change. That's the truth. However, he talks about the fact that with pictures of his wife, his daughter, of Busola Dakolo,
that was like, why would
really? Leave the woman alone.
Wow.
I just rolled my eyes too.
Another Kevin Hart moment.
That was my first
He was
thought.
explaining his
Leave the
stance
woman
that he
alone.
loves, he's a man that is there for women. But please tell us what you think.
No, I was just gonna say, like, yeah, people make mistakes, I guess. And yes, I know people do change, but only marginally, I think. So yeah, I mean, there will definitely be things. 2014 is old, but not that old. Like, you're a full-grown adult. So whatever you said then is likely to represent a lot of, except something drastic happened, a lot of what we believe. Just let her be. Leave her enough and let them chill. They've been under enough fire. Don't bring her into your mess.
I understood the statement that he put out, but to involve Busola was what just watered it down completely, basically. He's like, okay, listen, I don't want this to undermine the work that these people are trying to do, whoever's still on this ambassador program thing. I confess that what I said at that time was insensitive. Best of luck to everybody else. And, keep it simple as that, then no problem. He felt like he needed to cover ground with this, and I don't think flowery is kind of the word. I mean, if he had said nothing, then that might have been, I don't know. But to actually throw Busola into this, and that's just low. That's just low.
Well, he's saying that she's his friend.
Yeah, but it should. But it should. That's like just.
It's very sensitive. Yeah, shouldn't have done that. Anyway, my first thought when I read the story was Kevin Hart. I remember, like, the whole Oscar drama, how people went to bring up tweets from years before, and there's a lesson here. Like, basically, the internet never forgets, guys. So be careful what you put out. It might come back to bite you in the butt.
I don't tweet as much as I used to in 2009. This is one of those reasons.
So should we
Not
go
because
searching?
I'm sure if we search to find something.
Nothing. Jokes can be distasteful. Ayo and I we always talk about how comedians in Nigeria should really be more creative with their jokes. You really should be creative, and the things you laugh at in your closets cannot be expressed outside. You need to be very careful. This time around, in fact, these days, before you even say pay a compliment to any female,
you smell good.
You need to think about it. The other day, before I said it to Adenika, I had to look at her. Okay, is she feeling all right today? Can she be objective? And then I said,
Wow.
I just feel like there has to be some way that one finds the middle ground in that, because if you're going to be offended by a comedian, then you're still going to go home and sit down and watching like Family Guy or something.
That is all right. Offensive.
Basically, then where's the middle ground? Because that's just an animated comedian right there, and then you got the real life one who's being dragged on. So
that's the thing, right?
Level.
So comedy usually toes that line of offense, but then there's there's an underlying misogyny or racism there, then
don't cross that line.
It's difficult to balance them, but
But there's a whole big world out there. There's content, there's stuff to make jokes out
parents
of.
are always complaining. These Nigerian comedians, what are they always saying? Rubbish.
It's a whole big
Shout
world.
out to my parents, by the way. I know they're watching and listening. So love you.
Ah, that's cool.
Alright, so talk about creativity.
Sorry. Who's your daddy?
Wow.
No.
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Beulah Johnson, an amazing man, and Mrs. Fumi Johnson, amazing, supportive parent.
Oh, that's
awesome.
wonderful. Now, Valentine talked about creativity and them trying to get a bit creative. Maybe they need to borrow relief from you, Mrs. Johnson. So, what inspires your? What inspires your? I mean, we've talked about the fact that you write from such a deep place. A very intelligent spoken word artist.
Thank you.
What inspires your pieces?
Oh, a lot of things. A lot of things is mostly about telling stories, either my story or stories of people around me. I actually find that I'm inspired to write a lot more when I'm in Lagos than maybe like I don't know in London, for example, just because there's just so much going on. I see an Okada woman, Okada guy driving, and some woman resting on his back. I'm thinking, what's the story there? And there's, I always say when people ask me how about Lagos, whatever, I always say the city is so vibrant. You can touch the vibrance, like it's, there's just so much going on. So I'm inspired by people's stories, telling my truth and giving people who don't have a voice as well with my art. So that's pretty much it.
Someone who, he doesn't pay me for this at all, child, but someone who's very brilliant, a spoken word that you guys should collaborate with sometime is sitting right downstairs. Actually, wrote us.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yeah, I've said this before on the show. He's fantastic.
He wrote one for Independence Day, if I recall.
He is fantastic. He's a regular from Bogoberia as well. So, back in the day, our days. Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be a good collaboration. There you go. Your new single out December 14th.
Let's get. No, I'm ready. Look, I don't need time. We move.
That's mad. But if you want to actually have an idea how poetic Rotus is, just check his Twitter bio at Rotan Quotes. That's
I'm going to check that out.
Messages on YouTube. Ugodre says, thank you. I'm here. I'm there. I'm there. What? Who are you reacting to? Very interesting. We have messages on WhatsApp. MI says, mainstream media with subliminal narratives. If you do not get with the program, they aside. I thought she would be great for inclusion, particularly for her demography. But what do I know?
That's for Gabriella Union, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is from
Abdul.
Shola says, or Abdul says, wow, Miss EJ, that paper cut was smooth.
Which one was the paper cut? The Michael Jackson.
I suppose so.
And then this one's from Ozzy. Ozzy says, good morning, guys. So on Osas and her ex-boy, I saw this coming at the time they got married. The dude was too obvious. He married her for papers, period. Come on. Osas would do very well because she's talented, but oh boy, Anne's going to go far. Is not going to go far because he doesn't have the talent, the bone of talent in his body. Being handsome fades away like an old Polaroid picture. I refer to people like him as social climbers. Just saying. Thank you, Ozzy.
All right.
With that said, that's heavy on my chest.
Yeah, all right. So she also says basketball should just own his mess up. Using Busola was a low blow. Yes. He should man up and stop being. It was. Now, just before we let you go, Miss Eva Johnson, we talked about collabos. We've given you a recommendation, Rotan Quote, aka Rotus. Who else would you see collaborating with in the entertainment space in Nigeria and beyond?
There's a few people. I don't want to say I don't like making lists because I always miss people out. But off the top of my head, someone I've already collaborated with is Angelo, who I will hope to. Okay. I hope to collaborate with again. Who's out in the space that I like? I like Dami Oniru. I like Thames. Right?
I like Thames.
we like her. Who else? I mean, I'm going to start forgetting people now. There's a guy I'm thinking about, but his name is missing my head.
Oh, Burna Boy?
Burna Boy? Okay, yeah, I mean, if it's down, we move. Who else? Basically, yeah. Okay, Brimo is a friend of mine, actually, but potentially.
Oh, that would be nice.
Right? Brimo, are you listening? Yeah, on that? Yeah, so basically, I like people who don't shout too much.
Yeah.
Just keep it Gucci. Jesse Jags. Jesse Jags even much more. Who else? Guys, I just thought about Emma and this guy.
Viper.
The Viper. Anyway, yeah, the list goes on. They're people.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much. It's been such a joy having you on the show this morning. Thanks a lot for defying Lagos traffic on the Tuesday morning to come here.
I left my house 2 hours ago.
Wow.
2 hours before the show.
All right, so do you want to plug out?
Yes,
anything?
please.
How can people find your work? Because I won't call it music. It's work.
Thank you.
So many expressions.
I love that you said that because I always hesitate to say music. It's like pieces, my pieces of art.
Yeah.
So I'm at Miss Eva Johnson on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, www.missevajohnson.com, YouTube, Miss Eva Johnson. Watch that video, like it, subscribe, share, tell your mother and father. Basically, just please. There's so much that went into that, and I hope that you enjoy it for what it is. But hopefully, a lot of new music is going to be coming out in the new year. I'm really excited about that, and poetry and all sorts of things. Maybe I'll write a book. You never know.
Brilliant. We look forward to that.
At least now that you have time.
Delphine, Chef Jeff?
It's the Delphinator, guys. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, that's where I'm at.
And find me at ChefJeff3000 on Twitter and Instagram. And you know where to find me right here on the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1 next week.
Thank you very much. We're out, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Yinka says he's your biggest fan. Miss Eva Johnson, Yanks says we should make sure we tell you.
Thank you, Yinka. Send me a message. Let's connect.
All right. So on Thursday, we're back again for the Grapevine, but the show continues. It's time for Lagos Talks 981.
Grapevine on the Smooth
I'm
Breakfast
glad.
Show.